Everybody at Manchester United was saddened to learn of the passing of David Meek this week, aged 88. He was a widely respected journalist, loved by all of those who knew him, including ex-players like BRYAN, ROBSON and Paddy Crowand.
He was a great friend of mine. He was a great friend of all the players at Manchester United in my period of time, and incredible to think that you'd have a newspaper man would travel on the coach with the team to every match, home and away.
As soon as I came to the club and signed for a record signing, I think he was one of the first pressmen who interviewed me for the Manchester Evening News. I obviously kept in touch with him all the way through my playing days at the club.
He was just such a nice man, and never wrote badly about MD. If somebody had a poor game, he'd make excuses, and he was a lovely man, believe me.
He was a great journalist, and he'll be sadly missed.
David was hugely influential in the world of journalism, and former colleagues of his were keen to pay their respects.
Sir Alex Ferguson described him part of the fabric of the football club. But the great thing about him, I mean, this is an industry full of ego, and the great thing about him is that he didn't have one, and he was just, I just remember, a warm, kind, generous man.
It's obviously been very sad for me personally. Obviously he's my father-in-law, but in a professional sense he was a journalist that I admired, and one of the journalists that, you know, I looked up to when I was starting in this business.
You don't get many people like that anymore who are able to cover a giant that is Manchester United and do it for so long and so well. But more so, I'll just miss a very dear friend.
Every second house was taking that paper. It was really important organ for the city. And there was no satellite TV, there was no MUTV, there was no internet. Your access to Manchester United news was extremely limited. There was very little coming out of the club. So David, as the Manchester United correspondent for so long, became a very important person. You would soak up, you know, David's voice every single night.
One of the many things that have come across on social media and Twitter is what a kind, unassuming guy he was. And he was absolutely that, you know. He mixed with the stars, but never had any kind of aura about him at all that, you know, he did that and he'd be embarrassed if he thought people viewed him that way. David had taken over in the aftermath of the tragedy of Munich, and he sort of spent a lifetime sort of dedicating himself to that job of reporting on Manchester United.
Well, the longevity of David's career marks him down as someone very special, and Cliff Butler, the club historian, worked alongside David for many of those years.
He was part of Manchester United. He was part of the fabric of this club for all those years. And he could come and go as he wanted. It was as though he was one of us, and he was one of us. He was part of the Manchester United family, no question. There's a big part of everybody's life at Manchester United has gone now, because you can't replace him.
Well, the thoughts of everybody at this club are with David's wife Liz, their friends and their family at this difficult time. But thanks to his fantastic body of work for this club, David's memory will live on.